Sou Jesse, eu sou terapeuta de Ámanae. Eu vim aqui para o Brasil em 2014 para trabalhar com Ámanae. Eu vim aqui para fazer uma formação para ensinar esse trabalho. Eu fiz minha formação em 2005. Esse trabalho, Ámanae, mudou minha vida completamente. Eu vou falar inglês porque eu posso fluir mais com inglês. I was working in politics in New York City. I'd been working in politics for about 5 years, and looking back, if I can think of anything that's just like completely the opposite of who I am inside, it would be New York City politics. So I learned a lot about who I was and who I wasn't through that, but when I heard about Ámanae, suddenly I knew that everything had to change. And everything did. So I left New York, I left my job, my relationship, and I moved to Minneapolis to learn Ámanae, the technique. And it was funny because before I even received a session, I knew that I was going to actually do that work. That I was going to do Ámanae. I was going to practice Ámanae. And so I called the director of the school, like before I'd even received a session, before I'd even left New York, I called the director of the school and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. No, I want to do that. Really. And she was like, well, have you received a session? And I was like, oh, of course I'm going to receive a session eventually, but I know I want to do it. And I did. And it was a calling, more than a calling, it was a necessity. It was like, I don't have a choice. I have a choice, but no, I don't have a choice. This is it. And I went, and the minute I began to learn, the minute I began to receive this work, it wasn't like learning, it was like remembering for me, like something that I'd known in my bones for my whole life. A remembering of not just what I came here to do, but a remembering of who I am. For me, it's about the word home, and not the home that I grew up in. I grew up in many homes. I moved around a lot, but it's a memory of a feeling of home that's older than the house I grew up in, that's older than the country I was born in, that's older than the family, than the lineage, older than all of it. It's the first home. Maybe a long, long ways away from here. It feels like a long, long ways away from here, but I hold it in here. So for me, remembering is remembering home here, remembering my home space in my heart. It's a deep, old feeling. And I think it's a feeling that all of us have somewhere inside us, is this memory of home, of where we come from. This home space is kind of a returning to my most natural state. And it's aligned with my talents. It is aligned, it's perfectly aligned with my talents because it's what is natural. They talk about someone who's talented, they say, you're a natural, right? That's when you're talented at something, you're a natural. But we're all natural. For me, the journey of Ámanae is about returning home. It's about returning to the natural, returning to the thing that just flows from us. And it's different for every person, whatever that thing is.